So my awakening number three did not happen till I'm thinking, oh, wow, how old was I? I was around 20-ish. No, I was a bit older. I was 22. My dad had just had a stroke, so between my number two and three awakening, it was probably 14 years or so. And in that time, I had got messed up with the wrong crowd and done some stuff I shouldn't have done, you know? So, anyway, my dad had a stroke, got sent to the hospital, was in a coma for 6 months, around there, or 3 months, whatever it was. I used to go there every day after school. Going to college. Anyway, so one Sunday night, I got a case of beer and went to the park, which was right behind the house, huge park, and got really drunk and talked to God during a. It rained all night long. I mean, it poured all night long, and I talked to God and poured out my feelings to Him, and 6 o'clock, I was out of beer and everyone's going to work Monday morning. And so I went home, crashed out. All right. So the next Friday, I was sitting on the uh, the front porch and watching this storm roll in. And it was a beautiful sunny day up until 3 o'clock, not at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not a cloud in the sky, and all of a sudden this storm pulled in. It was a straight line of a storm, black clouds. I mean, just a solid straight line of black clouds. I'm looking at it going, this is going to be good. Right? I mean, I knew we were in for a downpour because it was black as almost night. So this storm came by for 3 hours, and it rained so hard I couldn't even see the neighbor's house across the street. And then the streets were flooded like crazy, just overflowing with water. I mean, it was it would it would this storm envisioned like Noah's flood. It was just raining so hard, you know. And I was watching this the whole time, you know. And like cars were trying to drive in it. It's like they were barely moving, you know, having the windshield wipers on fast speed and you still can't see, you know. It was raining that hard, right? And then, so it started at 3 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock, I looked over and I could see it. It ended. There was a straight line. The clouds had a straight line where it ended, and behind it was the sunshine again at 6 o'clock. This was a summer storm. the sun was still up, was still shining. Anyway, so but behind or attached to the end of the end of the storm was a little tail of a cloud. And I couldn't see where it went because of the trees. We had some tall trees, or the neighbors did. They had tall trees. I couldn't see where the tail of this cloud went, but I kept watching it. And as I watched it, this tail of the cloud, it was attached to a big cloud that popped up behind the trees. Someone's calling me. Keep going. Jeremy! Oh, shit. I'll call you back, Jeremy. I'll make this quick. What this cloud, what is attached, what it was attached to was another cloud. And that cloud, as I looked at it, it was a face. It was a face. And I don't know if you've ever walked into a room or seen a picture of a painting or even a picture in a book, but it was a profile of the face, right? So you only saw one eye. But if you ever been in a room, say with a painting of that, wherever you are in that room, that eye is looking at you. That's what it was in this cloud. And what happened was, when I first looked at it, I'm going, what is that? Well, it's a face. I could see the nose, the mouth, the beard, the ear. But when I looked at the eye, when I looked at the eye, all right, it looked at me, and it sent some sort of laser beam down on me or something. But I stood up in my chair, and my jaw dropped, and I was frozen, and that cloud examined me up and down, physically, up, right, left, spiritually, mentally, physically. I mean, it was like a tractor beam, but way more intense, and in every realm, every physical, every sense of my being, spiritually, mentally, my touch, my finger, my smell, it just examined me totally up and down. And then it let go. It let go of it. I don't even know how long it did it. But all I know that it was examining me. And then it let go, and I sat back in my chair, right? I was just like exhausted. It's like, what was that, right? And then when I kind of regained my senses, the cloud had morphed. So it changed. But the memory is still there, which is bring me to my next one, because that happened a few years later, and it was the same intenseness, but the memory was stolen from me. Anyway, all right, that'll be number 4, I guess.